Most guys think attraction is all about looks, but that's not true. You've seen average guys with attractive girls. Why? Because an average-looking guy with the right skills can be far more attractive than a good-looking guy with none. Because skills signal intelligence, discipline, and character, and those things are magnetic. And the best part? You can build these skills. So here are the most attractive skills every man should develop. Let's start. Staying calm in chaos. This is probably the most powerful skill on this entire list. When everything around you is falling apart, pressure, conflict, uncertainty, most guys panic. They freeze. They react emotionally. But a guy who stays composed and thinks clearly in those moments stands out immediately. It signals leadership, emotional strength, reliability. People naturally move towards someone who doesn't lose his head when things get hard. Because in difficult moments, everyone is looking for someone they can trust. Be that person. Quick wit and humor. The ability to make people laugh has always been one of the most attractive traits a man can have. But this goes beyond just being funny. Quick wit is also about being able to hold your own in any conversation. Responding sharp, standing your ground verbally without aggression. It's both an offensive and defensive skill that very few people develop properly. The more you sharpen this, the more commanding your presence becomes in any room. Being articulate. Most guys have good thoughts. The problem is they can't express them properly. It sounds clear in your head, but the moment you speak, it comes out scattered, unclear, or unconvincing. That gap between what you think and what you say is what articulation fixes. A guy who can express his thoughts, emotions, and ideas in a clear and confident way is automatically more persuasive, more respected, and more interesting to be around. Your words are how people experience your intelligence. Make sure they reflect it accurately. Knowing how to cook. This is one of the most fundamental life skills a man can have, and most guys treat it like it's optional. It's not. If you can't feed yourself, you're not fully independent, and independence is attractive. A man who can take care of his own basic needs doesn't need to rely on anyone else. That self-sufficiency says a lot about your character without you having to say a single word. Playing a musical instrument or singing. Music communicates what words alone cannot. A guy who can play an instrument or sing well signals creativity, emotional depth, and serious long-term dedication. Because nobody picks up a guitar and becomes good at it in a week. It takes months and years of consistent practice, and that level of commitment to a craft is deeply attractive. Building physique. Most guys want a better body. Very few actually build one. Because it's not about going to the gym for 2 weeks and quitting. It's about showing up consistently, eating with intention, and treating your body like something worth investing in. A guy who has put real work into his physique signals discipline, patience, and self-respect, qualities that bleed into every other area of his life. And if you're watching this thinking, okay, I actually want to start, I just launched a separate channel called Aesthetics, specifically for skinny guys who want to build an aesthetic physique at home. No gym required. Working with your hands. Building things, fixing things, being the guy who actually knows how to handle problems around the house. These are traditionally masculine skills that carry real appeal even today. A guy who can work with his hands signals practicality and self-sufficiency. He doesn't need to call someone else every time something